So I thought I'd bring back more context that I discovered in regards to uh, Zaria and Shemarcus Carr um, unaliving that happened during Facebook Live that has went viral here recently. And during one of the Facebook Live clips, um, the husband, Shemarcus, um, had threatened the wife with she would be unalive to that extent if she would bring up Obie or Odie, whichever one. And everybody had the assumption when she was putting on her gym shoes, said, "Oh, I'm about to put on my gym shoes for this one." And he said, "She bring that up, she gonna lose her life that day." And she said, "Well, she wasn't trying to die." Um, Most people assume that her husband must have had some type of down low encounter, being that he was incarcerated for a lengthy amount of time. But lo and behold, I even thought that myself, I'm not going to lie, because the way it came off, that would lead you to that conclusion. But when you dig deeper, you will find the truth. There's a quick clip of a guy I'm going to insert, and then of Odie, the guy that she was referencing about his cousin, gives the full story on the background of Odie. Be careful of who you hang around. Be careful of who you engage with and you procreate with and build your life with, because not everyone is mentally healthy enough to have a front row seat at the table in your life. As we all witnessed the last couple of days, looking at the clips of the unfortunate demise of Zaria and then Shemarcus Carr. But this is deeper about friendship. Odie and Shemarcus were best friends, allegedly, from what the cousin is stating. Take a listen and meet me in the comments and give me your thoughts. But before you leave, make sure you subscribe on your way out. I'm your girl, Boots Boswell. We just keeping it real around here, having real conversation and trying to have enough dialogue for you to make the right decision so you can survive in this life. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.
Before y'all get online and spread all these false narratives, all these false rumors, Odie was not that man lover. That man was not DL. It's bigger than that, okay? Go on FB and do a little research.
So first of all, I just want to say this to my auntie because I know you're going to be very upset at me. But I had to say something. I know everybody in the family is asking me, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I tried. I really did. I know online y'all know them as Frenchman and Duchess. But to me, I know them as Shemarcus and Zaria. With that being said, I want to clear a few things up about my cousin. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be said. All I keep hearing online is Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this. Let's clear something up. First of all, my cousin's name is not Odie. It's Obie. Okay? Let's start there. Secondly, y'all paint this narrative as if it was some type of down low situation going on. And what I want to let y'all know is, first of all, Obie got bitches, okay? I'm going to just say that. He was not a part of the community. This is not no DL situation. I also want to say this because the narrative that's being painted is not right. First of all, my cousin is deceased, so rest in peace to him. But I want y'all to understand a few things about our family. We got some serious steppers over here. And when I say steppers, I'm not talking about the stuff y'all see on the internet where they posting up. No, I mean, we got them real gangsters that move in silence, okay? Everybody's sitting here trying to figure out, why did Shemarcus do what he did? Well, let me explain to you why. Because there's a couple things y'all need to know. First of all, Shemarcus knew that he wasn't going to make it 24 hours. Let's start. He wasn't going to make it 24 hours. He wasn't. So it was better for him to do what he did to himself before somebody else did something to him. Let's start there, okay? Secondly, everybody's painting this picture as if he pew-pewed Zaria, or if he Zaria, and that wasn't the case. What happened is that boy put hands and feet on that girl. And this wasn't something new. He always put hands and feet on that girl. Okay? Head, shoulder, knees, and toes on that girl. Let's be honest. This time stuff went a little bit too far. It happens. It went a little bit too far. Rest in peace to both of them. Okay? Because it's never right to put your hands on a female. Let's start there. He put hands and feet on this girl so bad that she was unconscious. Now, personally, I feel like she could have made it had she got the medical attention that she needed. But she laid there for an hour and a half. An hour and a half before police had even arrived. Make that make sense. If he really cared about her, you know what he would have did? He'd have picked up the phone and called the ambulance. But he didn't. He didn't. Because he already knew he had fucked up. He had fucked up really bad. Everybody like, well, y'all talking about, she said Odie's name and basically that would, who the fuck is Odie? It's Obie. But see, the problem was is our family started to pay attention, like, because the situation that happened with Obie was fucked up. And we knew it was some foul play. We been knowing it was some foul play. We just been trying to figure out what players was on the chessboard. You feel me? That's what we was trying to figure out. And my auntie been saying she felt like Shemarcus was on some bullshit. Now, let's be real. Shemarcus and Obie been friends for a minute. Best friends. Thick as thieves. Obie go get money, he brings Shemarcus. Shemarcus ain't have to worry about no bread when my cousin was alive. Because when Obie rode, he brought Shemarcus. If he got paid, he brought Shemarcus and broke him off. But see, the problem is when you out here getting money, because my cousin wasn't no weak dude. When I tell you he was out here getting that bread, he was getting that bread. Okay, and it might have not have been legally, but he was getting that bread. And the crazy thing about it is the way he was set up, we kept saying, this got to be an inside situation because the stuff that these people knew didn't make sense. It got to be an inside situation. He knew this whole motherfucking time that he was a snake-ass dude. He knew this. He knew if it ever came out that he was involved in that situation with my cousin Obie, that he was going to have to give his ass to God. You understand that? Period. He knew this. He knew this. He knew this. So while he was up here pillow talking to Zaria, he ain't realized this whole time you been putting hands and feet on that girl. See, she called the wrong people. What she should have did is called my family and told us the real, but she was so afraid to say something. Because she knew if she said something, it was gonna go the way it was gonna go. This boy put hands and feet on this girl for everything she did that he felt or deemed that was unacceptable. But he couldn't do that shit with my cousin around. Obie didn't play that putting your hands on female, he didn't play none of that. He didn't play none of that. And see, the more I think back, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make a lot of sense. And my auntie said, don't get on there, Truth. Don't say nothing. Let it go. We got our justice. And I told my auntie, I said, no, motherfuckers need to know the real. They need to know how motherfucking snake down dirty Shemarcus was. Now, I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking family, your brothers, your cousins, your aunties, because they all can get it. So, play with me if you want to. I meant that, everything. On my cousin's grave, they all can get it. So don't come over here with that bullshit when your motherfucking brother is a snake down, dirty ass nigga. He know what he did to my cousin. He know. He know how he set my cousin up. Cause see, the shit that these motherfuckers knew, yeah, it was definitely an inside job. And Shemarcus' bitch ass was right there the whole motherfucking time playing puppet master. You had the audacity to show up at my cousin's motherfucking funeral. You knew this shit was gonna come back tenfold. You knew it. You knew it. And see what people don't realize about Zaria, everybody talking about she was smiling, she was laughing. That girl would do that. She was nervous. She was scared. Every time he would do that, she automatically knew she had to put her hair up. She knew she had to throw some tennis shoes on so she could try to get up out the door because this boy always was on that type of timing with her. I don't give a fuck that she was 6 feet tall. That didn't mean nothing. This is a man you fighting against. But see, he knew. He knew when she said Obie's name, it was going to be a problem. Because why you bringing up Obie? What you mean with what happened with Obie? And see, I think she tried to play it off by saying Udi. She tried to play it off because she knew if she would have said Obie, everybody in my family would have been like, ain't no motherfucking Udi. It's Obie. And see, God got a funny way of serving revenge cold, bruh. It was better that he did it to himself. It was better. It was better. Because it was going to happen regardless. You can't go around and do that type of shit to people and think you safe on these streets. Family got some serious cold gangsters. I mean, like I said, moving silence type gangsters. Anybody gonna call you on the phone? Anybody gonna threaten you on the internet? We don't do that. This old school shit right here. He knew he had what? What? Not too many options. Because see, if he would have went to jail and got locked up, he was gonna get it. If he'd have been on these streets, he was gonna motherfucking get it. That's why that boy did what he did. That's why he did what he did. Because, see, he ain't immune to going to jail. He done did that plenty of times. Been locked up plenty of times. Then put shoulders, feet, and toes on this girl plenty of times. Sad thing is he wanted to make sure she didn't survive. That's why he never called the ambulance. That's why he never called the police. Sorry about that. My baby girl came in here. But I'm going to just say this like this to my family. I apologize if I offended anybody. But I had to speak up and say something. Because we're not going to play this game like it was a DL situation. No, this was a snake-ass nigga situation. That's what it was. And he knew that he had to do what he had to do before something was done to him.
The whole story about Duchess Dior and the Frenchman, everybody need to take heed to that. Anybody that's dealing with a DV, like, don't stay in there. Get the fuck out. Please get out right now.